Hello students, in this section we are going to see the previous year questions from the topic triangles. Now the questions from this topic are asked based on the basic proportionality theorem, then the similarity of triangles, and the third one is Pythagoras theorem. There are questions on areas of similar triangles also, but for this year since that is deleted from the syllabus, so only three type of questions will be as I can say will be considered for this year. So and the next thing is there are more number of questions asked from the Pythagoras theorem. As I have seen the last 5 years paper, I can see that more number of questions are asked from the Pythagoras theorem. They even asked you to show the Pythagoras theorem, that is the theorem you have to prove, the straight theorem, also its converse. So I have already shared a video of the theorem, so you can watch that video also for showing how to prove that respective theorem and the different questions based on that theorem, Pythagoras theorem, that we will be looking it in this section. So let us go forward and see what are the different questions asked. The first question says, if P and Q are points on sides AC and BC respectively. So as you can see, AC and BC are two sides of a triangle ABC. P is a point on AC whereas Q is a point on BC, and the triangle is right angled at C. So it is a right angle triangle. You have to prove AQ square plus BP square is equal to AB square plus PQ square. Okay, so now definitely since it is a right angle triangle and all the side squares you are taking, so it is a question from the Pythagoras theorem. So before proceeding to any geometrical question, you are always supposed to write whatever is the given and whatever you have to prove. So the given thing is triangle ABC is a right angled triangle. Okay, you are not supposed to write down that point P is on AC and Q is on BC, so that you are not supposed to write. And then the prove that whatever is to be proved, AQ square plus BP square is equal to AB square plus PQ square. Now, as you can see in the proof that there are four sides whose square are to be taken. Now, how to obtain this equation, that is the next part of the question. First of all, we should be framing the equations in which these terms are present. So, if I have to frame the equations one by one, AQ square, BP square, AB square and PQ square. Okay. For framing an equation AQ square, which right angle triangle I have to consider? A right angle triangle wherein AQ will be one of its side. So as you can see, ACQ is a right angle triangle in which AQ is the side. Okay, so I can apply Pythagoras theorem in that triangle. So let us write, in triangle ACQ by Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse, which is AQ square, is equal to base, that is CQ square, plus height, that is AC square. Next one, BP square. Now BP is a part of which triangle? PCB. Again right angle at C. So I can apply Pythagoras theorem in triangle BPC. Write down similarly, in triangle BPC by Pythagoras theorem. Here BP is the hypotenuse, so BP square is equal to BC square or PC square, the base. You can interchangeably take the base and height since they are perpendicular to one another. So PC square plus BC square. Next is AB. So now for having AB square, which right angle triangle you will be considering? Yes, AB square is a part of the greater or the outer triangle, that is ACB. So apply Pythagoras theorem in that triangle also. So in triangle ABC, by Pythagoras theorem, AB, which is the hypotenuse for that triangle, so AB square is equal to AC square plus BC square. And lastly, PQ square. Now PQ is a part of triangle PCQ, where PQ is the hypotenuse. Again applying Pythagoras theorem. So in triangle PCQ, by Pythagoras theorem, PQ square is equal to PC square plus CQ square. Okay, so very easy. Until now we have just applied the Pythagoras theorem in 4 different triangles, and which triangles we will be considering, that depends upon the whatever sides are given in your prove that. So all of these 4 sides are the hypotenuse of that respective triangles. Okay, so now coming back to our prove that, what we want, I want AQ square plus BP square. Now AQ square is this equation, whereas BP square is this equation. Let us name them equation 1, 2, 3 and 4. So for AQ square and BP square, what I will be doing? Yes, you will be adding equation 1 and 2 so that their LHS gets added and their RHS also gets added. So let us write accordingly, adding equation 1 and 2. AQ square plus BP square equal to CQ square plus AC square plus PC square plus BC square. Okay, so I got the LHS whatever I want in my proof that. Now let us simplify the RHS, because in RHS I want only 2 sides and here I can see 4 sides. Okay, so what could be done? We can make use of the other 2 equations, equation number 3 and 4, to simplify this. Now as you can see in equation 3, AB square is given as AC plus BC, whereas in 4 PQ square is given as PC and CQ. And as you can see, my RHS is also having the same 2 sides, that is AB square and PQ square. So it means if I simplify this and obtain AB square and PQ square, so I will be getting my answer. For that, let us see AB square is equal to AC plus BC square. So where is my AC square and where is my BC? Okay, so I have both these sides. Let us write them together. So AC square plus BC square. Similarly, for PQ square, PC square plus CQ square. So write down accordingly, PC is also present and CQ is also present. So PC square plus CQ square. Okay, so this is equal to your AQ square plus BP square, which is equal to, now AC square plus BC square can be replaced by AB square, whereas PC square and CQ square can be replaced by PQ square. And here you will specify the reasons that from equation 3 and 4 we have made this changes. So as you can see, we have got our proof, that is AQ square plus BP square is equal to AB square plus PQ square. So very easy question actually. Just apply Pythagoras theorem in 4 different triangles and then just add the equations according to what you want in your prove that. Next question asked in 2018 exam. In an equilateral triangle ABC, D is a point on BC, side BC, such that BD is 1/3 of BC. So BD or point D is actually trisecting the side BC. Prove that 9 times AD square is equal to 7 times AB square. Okay, so now in this question, there is nowhere given that it is an right angle triangle. Okay, so how do we know whether this question is from the Pythagoras theorem or whether it is related to Pythagoras theorem? From your prove that, you should be able to analyze that. Okay, so here they have given AD square and AB square. So two sides square they have given, so definitely there should be use of the Pythagoras theorem, whose of triangles in which the triangles which are having the sides AD and AB. So but in the figure nowhere we can see any right angle triangle. Okay, so there is one construction that has to be done, and that is you have to draw a perpendicular from A on side BC. Let us name the perpendicular as E. Okay, so this is the construction needed for this question. Let us write down whatever is given. What is given? It is said that triangle ABC is what kind of triangle? It is an equilateral triangle. Okay, and what is your prove that? You have to prove 9 times AD square is equal to 7 times AB square. Okay, so whatever is asked, I mean that becomes the next part of the question. Before proceeding to that, we have to first of all frame the equations which is having AD and AB in it, isn't it? So then how will we proceed? For having AB square as one of its side, which triangle you can consider? Yes, I can consider triangle ABE, because in that case AB will be the hypotenuse, isn't it? So I can write AB square is equal to BE square plus AE square. So let us write it that in triangle ABE, by Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square, that is AB square, is equal to base square plus height square. Okay, what next? I want AD square also. Now for AD square, where in which triangle I will be applying Pythagoras theorem? In triangle ADE. So in triangle ADE, again by Pythagoras theorem, I can say AD square is equal to DE square plus AE square. Okay, so now I have got two equations. One has AB square and another has AE square. But I wanted to prove that these two equations should be taken together. So how can I make these two equations so that I can take them together? Yes, what could be done? As you can see in equation 1, AB square is given as BE square plus AE square. What if I replace this A square with the equation obtained from AD square is equal to DE square plus AE square? Yes. If I shift this DE to other side, the equation can be rearranged as AD square minus DE square is equal to AE square. Yes. So if I replace this value of AE in, suppose this is my equation 1, so I will get a equation which has AB square also and which has AD square also. Okay, so whatever is to be proved, then we can simplify and obtain that. So let us write replace or replacing AE square in equation 1. So write down AB square is equal to BE square plus, now instead of A what I will write? I will write AD square minus DE square. Okay. Now further, how can we simplify? See, I want only these two sides, AB square and AD square. The other two sides which are present, that I don't want. So definitely I have to simplify them or I have to eliminate them. So for eliminating them, we have to make use of the information which is given in the question. Okay, and even AB square and AD square, AB has to be multiplied with 7, whereas AD has to be multiplied with 9. That you will get only when you simplify. Okay, so how can we simplify? In the question, I want just AB and AD. isn't it? It means BE is what part of BC? Since triangle ABC is an equilateral triangle, and the property of an equilateral triangle says the altitude and median are the same. So AE is an altitude and A is also the median, which means BE will be half of BC. Okay, so I can replace BE, or I can write BE in terms of BC. Okay, fine. AD I want, so I will not change AD, I will keep it as it is. What about DE? Yes, I don't know DE is what part of BC. Yes, do you know? See, they have said BD is 1/3 of BC, but you don't know whether DE is exactly 1/3 of BC also. No. Okay, so I don't know DE is what part of BC. But can I write DE as BE minus BD? Can I write DE as BE minus BD? Now why am I writing this? Because just now I have said BE is half of BC, so I can replace this BE by BC, whereas BD is 1/3 of BC. So even this I can replace with BC. So what will happen in the equation if you replace this also with BC, and here also you will get an equation having BC, and since it is an equilateral triangle, so I can replace that BC with AB also, because in the question I just want AB as the side. So BC can be replaced with AB because both are equal sides. Okay, so that's why my main concern would be to replace the sides in terms of BC. And why I am taking it only BC? Because these are the points lying on the side BC. So definitely I can replace them only with BC. Okay, so for DE I will be writing BE minus BD, whereas for BE I will be writing half of BC, and for BD I will be writing 1/3 of BC. Okay, so just simplify. BE square, that is half of BC bracket square, plus AD square will remain as it is, minus now DE square. So instead of DE what I will write? I will write BE minus BD bracket square. Don't forget to make this square. Further simplification, now this is equal to AB square. So half of BC square means 1/4 BC square plus AD square minus, now just apply your identity, A square, A minus B bracket square, which gives me A square minus 2AB plus B square. Okay, now replace all the sides with in terms of BC. AD square, again it will remain as it is. Now BE, it is half of BC. I will directly write 1/4 of BC, taking its square directly, minus 2 into, again BE half of BC, whereas BD 1/3 of BC. And here also BD square 1/3 of BC square, so 1/9 BC square, and the outer bracket. Further, this value is equal to your AB square. So 1/4 BC square plus AD square. So this 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Yes. Further, 1/4 BC square minus BC into BC will be BC square, and this 3 in the denominator. So 1/3 BC square plus 1/9 BC square. 1/4 of BC square plus AD square minus, let us take their LCM. So the LCM would be 36. Yes, so 4 9s are 36. So here on in the numerator it will be 9 BC square minus 12 3s are, so 12 BC square plus 9 4s are, so 4 BC square. 1/4 BC square plus in bracket AD square minus, so what is the simplification? 9 plus 4 is 13, and 13 minus 12 is 1. So plus 1 and multiplied with minus, so it will be BC square by 36, or I will write it as 1 by 36 BC square. Okay, so now this is 1 by 4 BC square and this is 1 by 36 BC square. So we can take them together. Again the LCM would be 36. Here it will be 9 BC square, whereas here it will be minus 4 BC square and plus AD square as it is. Sorry, here 36 na, so it will be 1 BC square, right? So here, since the LCM is 36, so if you divide 36 by 4, so 9 BC square, and here 36. What is the simplification? It will be 8 BC square by 36 plus AD square. Yes. Further divide it with 4. So 4 2s are 8, 4 9s are 36. Now this BC square can be replaced by AB square. So this everything is equal to AB square, AB square, AB square and AB square. Okay, so here I can write it. So it says AB square is equal to 2 by 9 AB square plus AD square. Again take it to other side. So AB square minus 2 by 9 AB square is equal to AD square. So if you simplify this, it will be 9 minus 2, that is 7 AB square by 9 AD square. So shifting this 9 to other side, I will write it first. Okay, so 9 AD square is equal to 7 AB square. So this is what is to be proved. As you can see, the question is not difficult, just the simplification part is a bit lengthy. Okay, so just apply the Pythagoras theorem first in triangle ABE, then in triangle ADE, and then just go on replacing the sides with respect to BC, so that at the end we can replace BC also with AB.